G on the house. What's up? Let me do something here real quick. Hey, thank you for the first like. Thank you for the first like. Come on, guys. Today is our civil rights being violated 7:04 p.m. Sunday night, May 3rd, 2001. 2020. I'm sorry. What's up, Manny Abs? What's up, Manny Abs? What you doing, buddy? How was your Sunday? I want to say thank you to those who did my money chat yesterday and the day before. Thank you, Manny. Thank you, Jumbo. I will have live calling, guys. Putting up the numbers now. Hold on a minute. All right, the number is 305-402-4436. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Guys, the numbers to call in if you want to call into my show is 305-402-4436. That's the call in. What up, guys? What's up? It's King Gio. Today's topic is going to be our civil rights being violated. I do my YouTube live. I do a live chat, and today is our civil rights being violated. Then I got a number that people call in. You don't have to go live like in looking on TV. I mean, like camera. You can leave messages on the YouTube and it pops up. You don't show your picture. Come on, guys. What's up? I got people here. Want to call in? 305-402-4436. Let's find out. Let's see if our civil rights are being violated. There's a lot of stay-at-home orders has been lifted. Some has been lifted. Some still are in store. Some are still in place. Let me know what's going on in your state. Let me know if you agree with this stay-at-home or you disagree with the stay-at-home. Do you want to see more counties do the same thing? More states do the same thing? I got phones galore. Phone here for you guys to call. Phone here for you guys to call. Another phone here for you guys to call. So I'm all ready for you guys. When did we speak on this? We spoke on this in Puerto Rico. We never spoke on this when we were in New York. So you just didn't tell no one, so you don't want to get bad luck. I understand. All right, guys, come on. Let's do this. Let's get on this. It's 7:05. What's that? 7:05 is 7:11. I know it's a beautiful day outside. I know where I'm at. It's a beautiful day outside. I'm in North Carolina, so the day is great. It's 79 degrees where I'm at now in my office. I put the AC on. But I want to get you guys comments. What's up? Don't be shy. I want you guys to talk. Let me know what's going on. Do you think our civil rights are being violated? Do you agree with the stay-at-home order? Don't you agree with it? Are we opening up too early? Statistics says, Japan opened up early and they had to lock down all over again because they saw a spike. So is that going to happen to us too? There's no. Those who are out there, hit that like button. Hit the like button. You're gonna see me eat a gum in my show. I want more people on so I can give my opinions too. I think that we are all opening up too early. I think states like California and Atlanta open up too early. I mean, there are still a lot of asymptomatic people out there that we don't know anything about, and we're not doing as much testing as possible. I mean, you could do testing. Yeah, you could do testing right now to see if you have the COVID, but you need antibodies, and that's what you want to get to. You want to get antibodies, and then you want to do tracing, which is very important, which is just as important. They both go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. So a lot of people saying it's all about Asians, right? I saw today a guy said, well, I'm not giving up my rights for my health. You won't give up your rights, but you won't for your health. Does that make any sense at all? So you prefer to die? And I guarantee that, people open, if the state opened up, you're gonna die. But let's just say hypothetically, you prefer to die than have your rights. I think your rights being taken away. It's just I believe the state taking care of you. So it's up to you. But like those people protesting the other day in New York and in other states that with guns and stuff like that, that's not the way to protest. Who you're trying to intimidate. You know. We gotta look at the broader picture. We gotta look at the picture that we are in a pandemic. We're living in an age that this has not seen. Well, at least I haven't seen it. Besides the AIDS crisis, besides the AIDS pandemic, we went through Ebola, but that wasn't something that hit us hard. We went through MERS, we went through avian flu, we went through H1N1. You know, and the problem, the difference between those pandemics and this pandemic is that when we went through those pandemics, we had good leaders. Now we don't. And we have a leader who keeps defying his science, the scientists, his doctors. You know. So you're a president, you're not a doctor, so you shouldn't be, defying your doctors. If you're a business owner, you're gonna be your businessman, so you can defy the businessman, but you can't then defy a doctor. And then you have President Trump. He said the other day, "Oh, I don't agree with Fauci. I don't know. I mean, whether you agree or you don't, you disagree with Fauci, that's something you're supposed to take personally. You're supposed to take it within you. You don't say it on national TV." Are you on your computer? Hold on a minute. Are you on the computer or on your laptop? I mean, computer or your phone? So even if you do have disagreement with the people that are surrounded by you, you should keep those things to yourself. These are the people that you chose. So if you chose these people, then you have to have confidence in these people. How can you go in front of TV and say, "I don't agree with Fauci," or "I don't agree with this, I don't agree with it"? How can you go on TV and say, "So hydrochloroquine, it's the medication to be"? How can you even say that when you don't know? And then they refute you, and then you get mad and you fire people. All right, let me show you something. Okay, hold on. Do this this over here. They're gonna ask me how did they get on, so I'm gonna show them how. Okay. All right, so okay. I'm gonna show you how you guys can do this if you're on YouTube and you can ask me questions. Let's see you. Yeah, okay. Let's say you come on, you go see civil rights, right? You're gonna go like this. You hit that. This is the commercial. And right there where it says chat only, you can press that. Press that, and then you just leave a message there. Let me see if you can see it. That, and then you just leave a message there. Let me see if you can see it. That, and then you just leave a message there. That's how you do it. Yeah. So you can't define. I mean, you can't go against your own. You know, you can't go against the people that you hired. I mean, it's like when they did the when they did the hearings. The people that went against him were his own people that he hired. People who voted for him. People who gave donations to his, who gave contributions to his campaign, millions of dollars to his campaign, and he still fired him because, oh, they went against him. President Trump has this thing that every time you go against his narrative, he does not like you. Like yesterday, he put down that he gave his salary to the Army Corps, right, or to United States Armed Forces, salary of $440,000, and then he boasted that he's the only president that's ever done that. And then I get a message by a person, and it says, "See, he's the only president that has ever done this." And like I tell you, even if he does good, you won't give him credit. And then I said to this person, you have to learn how to do your fact checks. Because if you do your fact checks, you will know that he's not the first president that has given his salary to charity. Okay. Herbert Hoover, gave his salary to charity, right? John F. Kennedy gave his salary to charity. And while in office, Barack Obama donated over $1 million to charities while he was in office for 8 years. So he's not the only one. And when people say he's the only one that did this, is because they're listening to what he says and they don't fact check. This is the things that you got to do. You just don't go with what he says. Fact check. You know, the first thing you do when you go to school, you go to college, and you have an English test, right? Not an English test. You have English major, and you're writing books, and you have to write a story, or you have to. When they tell you write a story, something that they tell you write a story, get the source, make sure that you write down the source where you got it from, and you got to fact check everything. There was no plagiarism because that's a no-no, and you fact check because you don't want to write something and then not do anything. All right, guys, subscribe. So you have to get fact checks before you do anything. And I don't care if it's Republican or Democrat, you know, you have to. You just can't go by what everyone says. This is weird. Hold on a minute.
When riding is your passion, it's real-world performance that matters. Like having the off-road's most advanced.
That's weird. Are you subscribed? So you have, like I said, you have to fact check. And if you don't fact check, then when your story comes out, then it's going to become it's going to be a farce. You look stupid. So you're gonna look stupid in 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 backing up your claim, because if you're gonna make a claim, have facts behind that claim, right? So if I'm gonna say I have $1 billion, I'm gonna have to, and people want to see that, I'm gonna have to fact check that. So hey, is it $1 million? Um, and then I have $1 billion. Here's my receipt. Here's my bank account. So you have to back up your facts. Just the same way that President Trump was doing the hydrochloroquine. The only reason he was promoting hydrochloroquine is because the owners of one of the co-founders of Home Depot had 124 plants ready to make 124 factories to make hydrochloroquine, and they wanted him to skip Congress and go straight to the FDA and say, let's do this, and those are his buddies, So he said he said it for a reason, and that is the truth, because you can look it up. Also, that's not something that I'm saying. When I tell you my opinion, it's my opinion. But when I tell you, you can go find it. You can find it, and it's going to be there, and it's there. I don't like talking about. I don't like talking out of my to the side of my neck just to talk. But it is a fact that Mr. Trump is a narcissist. That all he thinks is about himself. It's all him. Yeah, everything that's happened, he blames the past administration. But yet he fails to tell people that through the past administration, from Clinton all the way down to Barack Obama, each president did something to prevent or to get us ready for a pandemic. Each president did that. And what did Barack and what did Clinton, what did Trump do? He dismantled the CDC. If I'm not mistaken, that's what he did, right? He did something around there, that he took some people out and put some people in. I don't know what the hell he did. So if you look at everything that we have created, whether they were Republicans or the Democrats, he has destroyed. Okay, and then he says that Georgia's governor has the right to open up, and then the following day he does a 360 and says, "Oh, I don't agree with him. And then one time 2 weeks ago he said that he has the authority to open up the country whenever he wants to, he came back the following day and said, "Well, I spoke to the governors and I'm gonna let the governors decide that." No, you moron! It's because someone in the White House knocked in your head and said, "Hello, you can't do that. The Constitution of the United States doesn't give you that power. That power belongs to the states." And you're like, you got stuck on stupid. And then he comes out, "Oh no, I spoke to the governors and I let the I'm going to let the governors decide to do it." I can't do the Trump, even if I try. No, so it is what it is, but it's still moronically, it's irresponsible for a president to give advice that he or she does not know anything about. It's irresponsible for a president to give an opinion that they know absolutely nothing about. So it's irresponsible for him to say anything at all. Like when the time he killed Barix, whatever that terrorist was, like a few months ago, he gave that speech how they killed him. He ranted for 45 minutes about himself. And if you look at Barack Obama when he Osama bin Laden, his speech was like 15 minutes long, and he praised our armed forces, and he praised the men and women who were there. He praised everybody. He got out. But Trump is always all him. And I don't understand how can you people be so blind about it. And I'm impartial because I don't vote a Democrat. I don't vote for Democrat over Republican because they're all, at the end of the day, all full of shit. But I like my vote to be heard, and when I vote for the person who's I believe is going to represent me, who's going to represent the people, not my people, the people, in the best way possible. You know, every 4 years, if you look at it, we come to the same standoff. Immigration, the same shit. We should have been done immigration a long time ago. Gun policy, that should have been done a long time ago. And that's nothing. The Second Amendment, that's another thing a lot of people miss. The Second Amendment is something that a lot of people misconstrued. But it is what it is. Can't change it now, right? And it's a lot of things, you know. But I my last vote, when I was going to vote for Rubio, have Rubio gone head to toe with Hillary, but Rubio didn't make it because Rubio at his last debate with Donald Trump, all he kept talking about Donald Trump, and he forgot to focus on the country. Donald Trump, but you this. Oh, Donald Trump, but you that. Oh, Donald Trump, but you this. And you know, people, you keep talking about him, people are going to be focusing on him. He had to focus on the country. That's why he lost, or else he would have won. I don't think he would have been a great president, Rubio, because he had a lot of flaws. But at that moment, I was convinced that he was the one. I wasn't going to vote for Hillary because Hillary's going to be. I mean, even though I enjoyed the 8 years that Bill Clinton was our president, when he left, our country had jobs. He left the keys. The only, now this is a fact check. You can check this out. He's the only president in history that has left this country in a surplus. Over $1 billion. Let's see how much surplus. I don't want to be taunted later on and says, "Oh, King Gio, you were wrong." So I want to do this the right way. Okay. In my opinion, in order to open effectively, every state has to work together besides adhering to the phases in reopening. That is true. But you get that is true. So you have to do it cohesively, and that is true. If Georgia's going to open, because remember, we're all together. So if Georgia opens up, then you have Florida and you have South Carolina that's on top of you, and Florida's and below you. So whatever happens to you in Georgia, if you get a lot of people that get infected and they're asymptomatic, that's going to have a ripple effect in South Carolina and in Florida. And of course, more testing needs to be done, but we're not doing that. I don't know why this country's so lackadaisical in that. I mean, you don't need to be tested if you have COVID. You need to be tested at this moment to see if you had COVID. If you were asymptomatic, or if you are asymptomatic and you had it, and you want to know, okay, you had it before, so let's see how long does it last? Because that's what you want to know. You want to know those who have had it, who's walking around and had it before. You can count those people. Okay, so there's 1 million people that were asymptomatic. Okay, you could do that. Okay, 8 bits. So you watch those million people and you say, hopefully the virus doesn't creep back up, and you do tracing. Yeah, it's also about people getting out and getting tested, but they're not doing the test. I put it this way: this is even. I think you have an easier time, Valerie, to get people tested for COVID than you would people getting tested for HIV. More people would get scared to get tested for HIV than they would with COVID. So if you had a place where you could get tested, I believe 99.9% of the people would go just to see if they were infected, just to see if they have any antibodies. I believe that. Um, that well, people who believe that, then they just narrow minded. You gotta go with an open mind. Well, I saw one the other day from a guy who did a Facebook, which was stupid the way he did it, and on Elmhurst Hospital, and they had a tent, and you can get tested there. But the drive-throughs those were just rapid swabs. You need something more effective, like the antibodies. The antibodies. We still need the antibodies. We still need the antibodies. We need to get the PCRs out. We need to get shit. If the companies did that, even if the private companies was to sell it at $50 a pop, I would buy it because I would like to know. Because the state's taking too long. And then you have Trump praising how much we have done, over 3 million tests. 3 million tests of what? You've tested over 3 million tests to see if they have COVID, but how many antibodies have you done? 3 million tests on a country that's 330 million plus people. That's nothing. And then he compares this country with other countries. You can't per capita, Italy and South Korea have done more testing than we have. So I don't know what his idea is. Well, everybody's coming out with a remedy. Oh, if you take this tea and you gargle with warm water, and then you take this and you take that, you go, wow, really? From what my understanding, also from what I've learned about this, is that a high dosage of vitamin C and CBD. High dosage of vitamin C and probiotics is good. Which is good. You have a good immune system. Remember, your immune system comes from your intestines. So if you can get probiotics in you, like yogurt has live cultures, like probiotic yogurt, active yogurt, which is like juice basically, and you do that and you build up your immune system, the more chances you have to fight any disease or any bacteria. But we have to take this into account. That this is something I don't like the fact that doctors are saying, oh, this is going to last 18 months, or this is going to last 2 years, or half the population, or 60 to 70% of the population are going to get it. Because what you're doing is scaring people. You're just giving yourself an opinion. You're not giving facts. Those are not facts. That's just an opinion. And a lot of people take those opinions to heart. So you're going to say, oh my God, 4.7 billion people are going to, actually 3.7 billion people are going to get infected because there's 7.2 billion in this world, right? So more than half of the population is going to get it. So that doesn't make that, how is that going to make sense? How are you supposed to calm down a society that's already hyped up? And then when you see these people that are saying my rights are being violated because I'm being cooped up in my house, I want to go out, I got to do this, I got to do that. They don't think of the other person. That's not. I think someone told me the other day that's violating the 8th, 12th, something. I think the 8th Amendment, the 12th Amendment. And let me see what the 8th Amendment says, because I don't want to be wrong here. 8th Amendment, Bill of Rights. 8th Amendment, the Bill of Rights. The 8th Amendment, the United States Constitution prohibits the federal government from imposing excessive bail, excessive fines. Okay, that's that. Okay. Let me see the 12th. You see the 10th Amendment. I'm sorry, the 10th Amendment Bill of Rights. Okay, this is the 10th Amendment. This is the one that they showed Donald Trump that it says in the 10th Amendment, 1791, the Constitution of the United States, part of the Bill of Rights, providing power reserved to the states. The power is not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by the states, are reserved to the states, respectively, or to the people. But there's another one. It wasn't this one. It wasn't that one. I don't know if it was the 12th Amendment, but someone told me that they were violating those rights. And I want to see where. And that's not it either. But I'm trying to see where. If you guys know, just let me know. But none of those amendments say anything about violating our rights. You know, I think that if you think that we're violating the rights, I think that a pandemic supersedes any of that. I mean, China wanted a complete lockdown. I understand it's a communist country. It's different there. You have no choice. But you don't see them complain. You don't see Japan complain. El Salvador locked down the whole entire country. You don't see them complaining. Yeah, that is true. That is true. But we're getting educated just as much as the doctors are getting educated, because this is new. This is something supposedly new that they didn't know about. So every day you see something in the news, this virus comes up with something new. This virus comes out with a new symptom. I mean, people are like, oh man. So you have a cloud here. Oh my God, I got COVID. Or you got a dot here. Oh God, I got COVID. Or you go, oh, I got COVID. That's the first thing you think about. Before you're like, oh, I'm probably coming down with a flu. Now it's not even that. And then the thing is that let's just say you do have it, you're asymptomatic, and let's say you do have it, and they tell you about it. You have COVID, you get all scared. Then you yourself, being scared, you drop down your immune system by being afraid, because stress brings down your immune system. And when you're gonna say, what the? So sometimes it's better not to learn to know, but you're educating yourself to learning about this virus. Because come on, this is gonna be the new norm for a while. Things are not going to be the same, people. Things are just not going to be the same. Whether you like it or not, it can be. It won't be. The media, the doctors have put this so far. They've done so much, and I say so much damage, is that it's going to be kind of hard. Well, Valerie, the health education, we have it, but we have a president that chose to ignore it. We have a president that says that this is a hoax. We have a president who said back in February, this is not going to reach, and we're not going to have anything. Oh, that is true, and that applies to bare minimum. You have people that don't even understand what asymptomatic means. That is true. For those who don't know what asymptomatic means, asymptomatic simply means is that you have a virus, but you have no symptoms. So you could have the COVID virus and have no symptoms at all. And you walk around having the virus. For how long? We don't know. Maybe 12 days, 14 days, but you get no symptoms at all. And you're walking around like nothing's happening. But what happened? As you're asymptomatic, as you're showing no signs at all, science tells you that you could infect between 1.3 and 2.4 people per droplet. So that's a lot. So that means wherever you go, you sit down on the train, you're infecting someone. Then you go to the office, you're infecting someone. You go to a bus, you're infecting someone. That's a lot. But you unknowingly, unbeknownst to you, you don't know anything. So that's where the antibody comes in. Instead of the COVID test, that's where the antibody comes in. And you know who's asymptomatic. That's the way you get it. But we do need more testing. I think the TV is doing a lot and doing about education. I think everybody is in tune with that. But I think that it's just not going to be normal no more. I mean, it's going to take some time, and I think I believe that it's time for us to take a step backwards and let's enjoy what we were enjoying before, which is let's watch TV, let's do the things that we were doing before. Of course, you have to social distance yourself. I'm not saying go outside and play with no, but do something. Let your brain know that this is just it's not over. It's there. You just got to be vigilant. But you go lead your normal. You got to lead your normal life. At least have some sort of normalcy. Well, thank you, Battery. You got to make some kind of normalcy. And when you listen, and I'm going to keep saying this, when you listen to a president who has no background in medicine at all, no educational background at all, you're bound to fail. It was irresponsible of him to say the things that he said about medicine, about hydrochloroquine, colloquine, everything, the injection with Clorox, all of that was unheard for. I mean, uncalled for. He should keep those comments to himself. If he doesn't agree with the medical staff, keep that shit to yourself. Because there are people out there who look up to this man and they're gonna take him for his word. If you really think that by injecting bleach it's going to help you with coronavirus, then you're dumber than he is. Whether it is because you're scared, because you don't know, or you just plain stupid. Yeah. Focus on the time that you never had time for. I have a caller that called me the other day and said, I'm scared. I'm afraid to go outside. I keep 6 feet distance from my own family. And I said, 6 feet from your own family? No, that's for social distancing. This is the time where you can go spend time with your daughter. You can, get to know your daughter. Let your daughter do makeup on you. Let your daughter do this. Spend time with your husband. Get to find out about each other. Watch things that he likes that you may not like, but you like it anyway. Why? I'm going to make him watch things that you like, and you grow. This is a good time. This is a good time for a relationship to grow. To be honest with you. People just need to, like Valerie said, when she said here, we need to, and this is very, very, very important. In order to open effectively, states have to work together besides adhering to the phase of in reopening. And that's what we have to do. If one state stays open, the other one stays closed, then we're not doing this cohesively. We're not doing this cohesively. You just want to open because you want to open, and that's it. And it doesn't matter what anyone says, which I think is a stupid idea. But we are all in this together, and each state should be together, but they're not doing that. So we just have to see how things go from here. But I still haven't heard from anyone saying, how is this violating my rights? Yesterday, we have people on a rally saying, oh, this violating my rights, and yet no one has called them and say, how has the staying in order has violated your rights? Because you can't go out, because you can't do this. I know a lot of small businesses are hurting, but the government has to take care of you. And you see all these people, all these big. You see over $1 billion, over big companies. Big companies received over $1 billion in student loans. In small business loan. Why? Why does Ruth Steakhouse Chris from Root Steakhouse need a loan? Why does Shake Shack need a loan? Yeah, but people already know. The boundaries. I mean, look at it. Just put it this way. Not too long ago, Japan, because they saw their surge going down, they wanted to open, and they did open, but now Japan had to close back again because the surge went back up. So you have to learn when to come out of this. You know, you can't stay in this forever, that's for sure, because then we have no economy. But you have to know how to do it. You know, you have to, you could do it like with phases, construction workers and other things. And then you can't open up a mall and have all those people in a mall. You know, just the other day, China made a study that in hospitals and malls, they did a study that the virus stays in the air like for 15 days. You know what's that? 15 days? So that means you pass by there with no mask. I mean, some people are just, oh, I'm not going to get this, so I don't care. And if I get it, I get it. Like, in other words, low-rate states would have their borders closed. Well, you could in a sense, but I would do it more as those states that don't have a pandemic. Those states that don't have a pandemic, they should take they should take precautions and not let people come in, not let any people come in. But you can still have your business coming in, the trucks and stuff like that. Valerie says in a more liberal way. I think this country doesn't know anything about liberalism. I think this country, everything's force first. Well, New York is a complex state. I'm a New Yorker, and New York just got, I don't like it. To be honest with you, I didn't like the fact that Cuomo came out and says, "Oh, we need this, we need this, so many ventilators, we need that, so many ventilators." I think he did a poor job too. I think the minute this all started, from my understanding, this all started from. It could have happened before because they said they were asymptomatic people. But when the shit hit the fan, this started with the guy from New Rochelle, the doctor, the lawyer that came from New Rochelle. So when the lawyer from New Rochelle came to the city, they should have locked him in New Rochelle down, a complete lockdown. Do contact tracing, lock those people down, do that. And then when he went to New York, put his face on, did you come in contact with this person, blah. But it's just, it's kind of, a lot of, and then also you have a lot of planes, a lot of international flights that come into New York. It's a hub, But you can say that too for California, and you can say the same thing from Atlanta. Atlanta has the biggest airport movement in the whole entire country, and they don't have the cases that New York has. California doesn't have the cases that New York has. So something went awry, And also Cuomo said that because Trump was saying that they didn't need so many ventilators. Afterwards they talked to each other, but then afterwards they throw at each other, and which is true because Cuomo said that he was going by because Trump said that New York don't need so many ventilators. New York they need those many beds. New York they need this. New York they need that. And then Cuomo threw back and said, "Wait, I'm going back of what you told me because the federal government was the one that told us that we were supposed to that at a certain amount of time we was going to have to need so many beds, that a certain amount of time we were going to need so many ventilators. So it was your people that told us what we needed, and we went by your people. So this is your CDC, this is your FDA. So we went by what you said." But Trump blames everybody else but himself. So they did close down. New Rochelle for a few days. But it's a few days too late. Well, but they're saying that they found like 24,000 people that were asymptomatics when they did their test in New York. So they say 24,000 people, and those people can infect 1.3 to 4 people per day or whatever the case, not per day, they can infect. How many people they can infect? They're talking about maybe 4 million people who are asymptomatic. That's a lot of people. Like look at Sweden. Sweden is doing herd immunity, where they're letting everybody get infected except for the elderly, and they believe that by doing that, the body builds up an immunity towards the COVID virus. But the funny thing is that even if you build up an immunity to the COVID, we still don't know if that it's just by you having the antibodies, is that going to help you? Because there have been cases where people have been reinfected. So we don't know by you having the antibodies of COVID that you're not going to get infected. We don't know how long, and if you don't get reinfected, we don't know how long that's going to last. So there's no point doing a herd immunity. But every country is allowed to do their own thing, right? Yeah, but pointing fingers. But if it came from Cuomo, and Cuomo said, "I'm doing this," but I went by what your people said, because they're the one. That is true. They're the one. So they're the one that they're gonna think. You know what? Cuomo said this, so then it is true, and it's true because everything is run by the president, in that aspect. So how you think the public is going to react? The public reacts always in the pandemic. I know who it is. The way you speak already, I know who it is. So we have to start. You have to start by doing antibody tests. We have to start by keeping our distance. You got to keep more than 6 feet away, people. I've read in England they're doing a study that is more than 6 feet. Hi, Annie. If you're watching me, there's more than 6 feet. That says that a droplet from the COVID can go over 13 feet. So that's a lot. So just make sure that you attain yourself from a person, whatever feet and distances there is. So I like my little office. Cuomo blames Trump. Trump blames the World Health Organization. Well, Cuomo has the right to blame. I blame Cuomo for the things that happened and the way he did that. What happened? He should have got. I would have done complete lockdown. Me, period. But when he says that he went by the guidance of the CDC, that was the CDC that recommended that New York would have 200 and some odd thousand beds. That New York would need 100,000 ventilators, or whatever the case may be. Those were recommendations by the CDC and the FDA. So he's going by what they're saying. They are the experts, right? So you're going for what they're saying. Trump is just Trump. No, China, who doesn't blame China? That's the whole thing. Who is with China, in cahoots with China? Put it this way, who doesn't even recognize Taiwan, because Taiwan has gone against China, has gone against the way they have been keeping away, have they been in secret with all the pandemics that's been going on. Because China said, "Oh, it wasn't us," or if it was us, it wasn't us. Because the person, had China done this from the beginning and gone after patient zero, none of this would have happened. Had China, from what I understand, Wuhan being closed up to like 3 weeks after the pandemic, and a lot of people left from Wuhan, went to Europe, and the first time they landed was in Italy, and that's where they all started. China's always been quiet. China, of course, it's always better to be over prepared than under prepared. But that's the thing; no one does it. So what's the point? Here he is, Trump, spending money on armed forces, spending money on this, spending money on that, and yet how stupid can you be that you have to ask China for masks and gowns when they're the ones that started the shit? That's really stupid. When you're supposed to, you know what? In times of war, you have to enact the laws, and the law that he had one of the laws that he had in his power was that he ordered all companies to do PPEs, to do this, but he didn't do that until the last moment. But the owner of the Patriots had to go with his plane, had to go to China and get masks and get gowns and get PPE gear for the doctors over here, for the doctors in the state of Massachusetts. Privately. So privately companies is doing more about COVID than the United States of America is doing about COVID. No, I blame Cuomo at the way he went about it first. But as you see things unravel, you got to blame the government because, like I said, this is my house. I can only go by what I know in my house. But if the government tells me, "Oh, Gio, you got to do this, you got to do that," and I do what you say, and then it doesn't come out, then I'm blaming you because I'm doing what you told me. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I can't. I got to go with what you're telling me. And even to that, I still question the shit out of him. It's just Trump is just an idiot. I wish he was more smart than that. I really do, because I don't like. I can't say I don't like the guy because I don't know the guy. But as far as his policies are concerned, he's an idiot. I understand that. He shut down the department I think it was the department for the CDC. He shut it down. Well, and Barack Obama had everything done, but this idiot shut it down. You're absolutely correct on that one, Valerie. I have put that. Let me see if I still have it in my gallery. I should. That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said the other day about Trump. Someone put down how ironic. Let me see. Well, I thought I had it, but it was something. Let me see how if I put it on my. And then everything with him is he blames the past administration. The past administration. This is another one that I had a little beef with. Back in the days, this was back in I forgot when it was. It says Sever Secretary Margaret Ackler said here, AIDS, the short-acquired immune deficiency syndrome, leaves the victim open to a series of wasting disease by affecting their immune system. It attacks hemophiliacs, drug users, and recipients of blood transfusion, as well as homosexuals. And that part, as well as homosexuals, should have been kept out. This was years ago. And I got very offended by that. Well, Trump is no businessman. He already had money. Look at this one. If he was intellectual business wise, he would never gone bankrupt so many times. Look at that. Tony Montana style. Give him the $1,200. Fuck it. See, this is the way you should wear a mask. You see. If properly fitted, one mask can save many thousands of lives. You see? That's the way you do it. This Fauci's like, shut up. He was never able to lead us politically. That's not his thing. And just to show you, Republican billionaire group pushes unproven COVID promoted. Look at this. It says a conservative business group founded by a conservative business group founded by a profile Republican political donor is pressuring the White House to greenlight an unproven COVID-19 treatment, saying in an online petition that the country has plants in the U.S. ready to produce a drug, but can't because of red tape. In recent days, Home Depot co-founder Bernard Marcus, Job Creator Network, has placed Facebook ads and tech supporters to sign a petition urging President Trump to cut the red tape. There you go. And this was by ProPublica.org. So they were interested in the hydrochloroquine. Well, he became president just like you said for his ego, to put something in his repertoire, to put something in his resume. Like Bloomberg. Bloomberg became mayor. He ran for mayor of New York just because he wanted to add something. Yes, that's why Trump hasn't even given his tax returns, because if and when he gives a tax return, that'll probably be when he's dead, you will find out that he does not pay federal taxes. And how would that look on a president of a country that does not pay federal taxes while most of his American constituents do? Well, there are some immigrants that do pay taxes and they still don't qualify for the stimulus package too. Well, Barack Obama had DACA. He's trying to take DACA away. They should have been saying the solution to immigration is there. It's there, but they're just not doing it. Well, in the time of need, regardless of their legal status, I don't know about that. I mean, you gotta help people out. That is true. But you gotta understand one thing, though. Like I said, immigration should have been dealt with a long time ago. The simple look. This is simple. This is how simple you can legalize immigration. For those people who have been here for 20 or 30 years and they're here illegally, you give them a fine, a small fine, nothing big. Give them a Social Security number and have them pay into Social Security. Have them pay taxes. For those people who have just came in and they're here 2 or 3 years, they're teenagers and they've been here 2 or 3 years. Once they become 18 years old, if you want to be an American, you have to serve in the military. You give me 2 years, give me 4 years of military service, and I will give you your United States citizenship. That's how you do it. Those people who commit crimes, they gotta go. There's a way to come to this country. You come through it legally. Okay, New Jersey alone, immigrants account a total of 69,000 workers in the health field. But are those legal immigrants?
No es la masa de pizza, pero es una pizzería que se hace rápido en YouTube.
Bueno.
La que ya le eché a una pedacito de pollo así.
But are they eating that?
What was it, bro? Hay una que
¿Eh?
con la salsa.
Aquella.
¿Cuál?
¿Ya sabes qué tal de espagueti?
Sí.
Ah, bueno.
Le eché el ajo molido y la cebolla y lo mezclé.
Ahí está Rosy hablando.
¿Dónde?
Aquí. And the sad part, there are many who have, but there's a lot of immigrants that pay income tax. And like I said, there are a lot of them that do on the
Baja Hugo.
with the ITIN number, and they still they don't qualify for their surplus.
Eso no se subía. ¿Ah?
¿Qué?
Eso no se subía.
¿Por qué?
La mesa.
Si ya se subió.
Eso.
El presidente dice que te calle.
No.
And see the hired employees with 19 alone. A lot of people hire people with just IT alone. That's how you get hired if you're an immigrant, if you have an IT. And she said no. Yeah, I know, but I think it's time that this immigration shit just gets over and done with once and for all.
Porque no pones salud pan de ti. Para que te den la cara.
Se ve muy la luma.
Pon la mano un poquito más para arriba. No.
Sí.
Ah.
No. La neta puesto y tú estás poniendo bonito con el baño.
Hace calor.
Pues yo tengo el aire puesto. Yo tengo el aire puesto.
Hoy yo estoy en la cocina agregando más. Y esa cocina está con un horno.
Well, like I said, something has to be done with immigration.
Y después se ve.
Something has to be done with immigration. I'm tired of every 4 years immigration, our health system, jobs. I mean, look, man. 3 years ago, Trump said that he was going to get everything. That everything was going to be. He was going to bring back American jobs. Shit. This shit right here. What the fuck was this? I bought this yesterday. Made in Mexico. This gum. Where was the gum made at? It doesn't say. This table was made in China. That thing, I don't know what it doesn't say. It doesn't say many. I don't know where the hell this shit is made of. Look at this. This is made in India, and this is from Dollar General, made in India. So where are our made in the USA? Hi, Princess Kami. Where is this big job growth that we're supposed to get from made in the USA? Nowhere. Put the light at the top. Where the top, like where? Like, no, I don't want to put it here. Because look, you see this? It makes me want to confess. The room has light. I can turn the room light on. But I just wanted to have like a little office setting. You know? Like something like that. You can still see me. Like that, you see? That's good. I'm going to buy another camera anyway. Hello, Princess Kami. Hello, Murdy McFly. Crime rate is increasing since they let the prisoners out. I haven't heard that one. I have to Google that up. But they said the ones they're letting out are the ones that have health problems. Happy Sunday to you too. If I turn on the light, tomorrow. But I gotta buy a new computer anyway that has a better camera. There you go. You said the keyword corporate America. So it don't matter if you're a Democrat, and it don't matter if you're a Republican. It's all money. And I don't understand. And I can't say. And I used to be a Democrat, and I still sway more Democrat than I do Republican. But if I find a good Republican, I'll vote for him or her. But what is the hell Nancy Pelosi doing in the House? How is she a speaker of the Democrats? How is that woman's worth $15 million? What is she doing there? There's no need for her to be there, and she's so rude. They let her murder her out, then he killed someone. I don't know. Where was this, Prince Kami? Yeah, I know they took the companies overseas, Valerie, but when Trump said that companies were going to come back, that we was going to have a major change, that we was going to have things made in America. I'm tired of fucking calling a company and fucking Edward picks up the phone and his real name is Habib. I gotta look it up. Let me see. Okay, I'm looking it up. Hold on a minute. So you got April. So this is April 14. Okay. Let's see now. Princess coming. I'm coming to you with the news. Yes, I know, but they know what they do. But you know, Valerie, you do know that the new proposal that the United States made with China is something to think about. In that proposal that Trump made with China, it said there's a clause, there's a caveat there that says that in the event of a pandemic, China can pull out of that agreement. Okay, still scrolling. Okay. Ooh, no things. Really? Here he goes. Okay, so it says this was in Florida, Princess Kami. It says social distancing is a top priority in everyone's COVID-19 continues to spread across the country. Jails and prisons are often packed, blah, 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 blah. Okay. More than 100 inmates from the Orient Road Jail in Hillsborough County to limit the possibility for an outbreak. But one inmate who was let out on March 19th before standing trial on drug charges is accused of killing someone in Tampa the next day. James Edward Williams was considered a low-level offender, but the 26-year-old is no stranger to the criminal justice system. He's been arrested 35 times, according to Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, and he should have been doing life. Now Williams is back behind bars. He's charged with second-degree murder, resisting an officer with violence, felon in possession of a firearm, possession of a heroin, and possession of a drug paraphernalia. Well, that's the one you were talking about? He should have never been let out from jail anyway. 35 times he's been arrested. But how many times he's been arrested for a felon? That's a whole different story. Yeah, Valerie, can you figure that? And can you imagine now in a few months they pull out of the deal? Yes, Princess Kami. Kim Jong-un is a bad, bad boy. He's very bad. He's a communist man who believes that you can rule with an iron hand.
This man is a convicted felon with a long rap sheet. He was arrested 35 times previously, but was being held on.
You just see, put it, what's his name? Kim Jong-un. He had his own brother killed because his brother was supposed to succeed him after his father's death. From what I understand, they had a murder. So yes, any person that comes from a communist, you should know this in the school, Princess Kami. You're still going to high school. Any person who leads a country by communism, it's a bad person. Russia, Putin, the president of Venezuela, Maduro, um, every one of them. Hitler's friend. Hitler was a punk. Hitler killed himself. After all that blah blah blah, he did what he did. Or he sent people to do it for him, but he didn't do anything. And at the end of the day, he ended up putting a bullet in his head. What a weak man. So yeah, so that's what it is, Valerie. At the end of the day, probably China's going to back away from this deal and say, no, we don't want it because this pandemic. And that's why China, the United States saying China brought the virus. China saying, no, the United States brought the virus. Because if they can prove that it was China, I mean, China needs to be held accountable for this. Now, how is NATO going to do it? I don't, because I know who is not going to do it. Who has no authority in there? Because they're just a health organization. So that's what it is, guys. I wanted this to be a little bit more of a thing where people could talk more and say what they wanted to say as far as civil rights. But we got good stuff because Valerie put out some good points out there, which I thank you very much. Princess, you just came in. And I appreciate it. Assalamu alaikum, salam. Yeah, that is true. We're all in this together. We have to find a way to cohesively work and to find an ending to all this shit. Oops, sorry, excuse me. But you don't see it that way. You don't. Man's ego is this big. This is how big their ego is, and they're rushing to find out who finds it first. Who finds it first? I understood a month ago that China already had the cure for it. Go figure that. Go figure that. And Valorant, congratulations on your thing. And I'm mad at you because you didn't tell me that you got your degree, or you're getting your degree in social science. But it is what it is. Infinity and beyond. Like what? When people rights to vote to some groups go out there to protest against abortion and all that. And we're sucker enough that we're gonna buy it. Because the pharmaceutical companies here owns the United States. Look at that shit when the cure for hepatitis C came out. They wanted $20,000 just for one shot. You might as well die. Who got that kind of money? I like these questions about what she asked me. Princess asked me, if I were in an apocalypse, who would you rather have? A doctor on your team or a scientist? I would say, I want to say a scientist on my team. Because you didn't say what kind of doctor. A scientist is always thinking, what if you give me a foot doctor? What am I? Yes, I asked whether our civil rights are being violated because we are in a stay-at-home quarantine, and people are saying you're violating my rights. You can't tell me what I can and can't do. That's what I'm talking about. There's been a lot of talk about that, and I don't think it's a violation of our civil rights. I think that the state is trying to protect these people. I got a question for you, Princess. I got a question. If you were in a bunker with 5 other people, and upstairs in the bunker, they were killing everybody, and you have a 2-month-old baby, and you know that if that baby screams, you all die. So what will you do? Will you kill the baby and let all of you guys live? Or will you let the baby there and all you guys die? Oh, yeah, that's true. No kill? It can't be. That's not the answer. Eventually, the baby's going to cry. So you have to make a choice because they're up there. What if they're there for days? But if you sing to it and they hear you, then you die, and then all you die. No sound at all. Just like the movie Quiet. But eventually, if you do that, all of you will die. She's trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You can't. It's good suggestions, but you gotta choose. What would you do? Will you kill the baby and all of you survive, or you let the baby cry and you all die? What do you think, Valerie? That's like Italy. Italy, towards the end of, towards the middle of the end of COVID, they decided that the ventilators are going to go to younger people. If you were 70, 80 years old and you were dying, and you were 40 years old and you had the same your diagnosis the same as the 80-year-old, they're going to let the 80-year-old die and try to survive and try to keep the 40-year-old alive. So it's the same thing. What would you do? And this is put to us in one of my ethic class, and a lot of people get out of versions, And one person said, "I wouldn't kill him, but I let someone else kill it." That was one version. I tend to agree with that one because you can always have another kid. As hard as it is, you can always have another kid. Those are the conundrums of life. Those are the conundrums of life. But how could that kid be special? No. I'll put the baby to sleep. No. Good thoughts, but you only have 2 choices. Would you sacrifice the life? Put it this way. This was where Cronism. This is where Cronism comes in, and this is where a lot of like this guy, I forgot his name. What was his name? Oh, anyway, but this is how you think. Would you sacrifice the life of many for just one? Even though you don't know them, you don't know them anything, but you sacrifice their life for many, and then in the process you're gonna die too. Well, we're not talking about emotion, because if we talk about emotions, a lot of things we wouldn't do because of our emotions. But it's common sense. It's something that you would have to do to survive in order for you to survive. No, Valerie, that is not the way it goes. This is called survival. This is called the thinking of, if you do something good things will happen to you. If you do something bad things will happen to you. This is like the question about the choice of life and death. Does the state have that right to take that life away, that choice away from you? Do states do have that? Do states have that right? So it's the same thing. Like it's the same thing. If you have a train, right, and a train's coming at full speed, and then this side of the train, on this track of the train, you have a healthy 20-year-old man, and on this side of the track, you have an unhealthy, cancer-ridden 40-year-old man, and the train is coming, and it's going to hit both. But if you hit the switch, it can only hit one. Who would you choose? Yeah, that's back in the day, but this is listen, young lady. This is not a debatable thing about I put him to sleep, I sing him music. No, this is not that. Or he would have been set for supper. This is something that's a baby. It's a 2-month-old baby, okay? You're caught in the middle of a war. You and 5 other people hid in the bunker. They're killing everybody in sight. And if your baby screams, you all die. And if your baby don't scream, you all survive. So what happens? Let's say they're there for weeks. Let's say they're there for 2 days. You're going to keep the baby quiet for 2 days. Okay, there you go. See, so you answer your own question. So you answer the question. See, so as sadly as it is, you save the 20-year-old because he has a healthy life, over the 40-year-old who has cancer and is obese, right? Same thing here. Would you save a child who you don't know whether it's going to have a great future in the future anyway, but you can have another child, or risk it and you all be killed and then none of you have a future? It could be for any amount of days. Let's just say if it's for 2 days. Babies, 2-month-old baby cry. These are all hypotheticals. Stop making stuff up. 2 days, the baby's about to cry. In any moment, the baby is about to cry. At that particular moment, the baby is about to cry. Okay, let's put it that way. The baby's about to cry. What do? Do you kill it or do you let it cry? I'm going to put that simple. If you let it cry, you die. If you don't let it cry, you all survive. And Valerie said, in real life, the baby will die due to not eating. There you go again. These are all hypotheticals, young lady. This life went dark. So now if we have a group of engineer, doctors, horticulturists, and then yes, the baby's life is worth dying. I mean, then yes, then the life baby's worth dying because the one left will be able to rebuild. But it's the same thing. If you kill the baby, You can reproduce again, or that person can reproduce again. Same thing. It's just called logical thinking. When you say, I was happy being here in the Evie, this live went dark. Nah, it went dark. You asked a question and then I asked another question. There's no difference between your question and my question. I just put it a little bit more intriguing. That's all. But it's just you see how we all debated and we all respected one another's opinion and we didn't fuss about it. That's the way life should be. That's the way how these people, these leaders should do. Sit down and debate and see how they can come with the best conclusion, not just for them, but for everybody. Yes, you would. You will reproduce. You need knowledge to survive. You need common sense to survive. And then don't go out there drinking bleach thinking that that's just going to take care of your insides. I want to do a live tomorrow. I don't do live every day, but I'm thinking about doing a girls live tomorrow. I want to see. I wanted to do a live. I wanted to see. I wanted to put down, is your boo your ride or die? But I don't know. Bleach yummy. Only Trump and his Goonies. Trump and his Goonies. Yeah, and I want to do that. That's cool. I don't do too many girl shows, and most of them, from what I see from my statistics in Social Blade, most of my subscribers are male. So I want to get more females involved. So maybe doing that, can. No, this live stays the way it is, Valerie. All my lives stay the way it is. I have one that was there for 2 hours. I'm not gonna edit. Yes, Axel, I'm on. I told you 7 o'clock, buddy. Didn't you get my notification? Or did you or like Trump, you let it go by? You thought it was a hoax. Axelrod. Axelrod's a cool dude. And I sent this notification yesterday. After I did my live yesterday, like an hour later, I put down about this live today. Oh, so when did you start doing dinner? At what, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock? You know my show is coming on at 7. I'm gonna have to give you time out, bro. You a bad boy. No. Apology accepted. Only because you're my boy, my YouTube boy. If you weren't my YouTube boy, I'd be whooping it. Princess actually knows I'm only chilling with him, bugging with him. Yeah, that's what it is, Diary. Yo, he's doing a TikTok that I can see. Who got a funny TikTok? You guys making a TikTok? I'm making a TikTok. You're gonna laugh too. And it's only for laughing purposes, okay? I wish I could voice comment. You could call. This is what the phones. These are what these phones are for. To call. Now I'm gonna try to see how I can do it, but mine's gonna be funny. What's going on today? You're missing the why, but I know what you think. What did you want to say? Today was civil rights being violated, and then Valerie, which is new. Hello, Valerie. She came on, and we were talking for a while, and then Princess Kami came on, and she started asking her ethical question, and then I don't know. I haven't smiled in a minute. There you go. You haven't smiled in a minute because you haven't called me. If you called me, you know, I'm the Joker. You know that, right? Oh, I would too. A katana sword, those are nice. I have there's a place over here where I live at that sells swords. We have what's it called? It's not a yard sale, but it's like a yard sale, but it's inside of a building where they have all these, everybody sell things. I forgot the name of it. If you guys know the name of it, let me know. And this guy has a lot of Chinese stuff, and he has a lot of katana swords. And I looked at it, I'm like, oh wow, that looks cool. But then I was thinking, shit, I got my wife. She's small. Valerie, see my wife. And then she'll put on that Japanese and I don't, so I was thinking about it. But yeah, but swords are good. I like swords more than I like guns. I stopped watching The Walking Dead like around the 6th season. It just became so boring. Same thing over and over and over. I'm watching now Good Girls, and this season sucks. Yes, I do watch Good Girls. Got a problem with that? It's not the same thing. You're killing everybody, the storylines and blah blah blah. And then your character that you like dies. So you're like, oh really? It's like I watched Star Wars, the last one, and it was a huge disappointment. Huge. So I watched The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Pretty good stuff. I asked my wife because I saw a cut today of Siren, so I don't know if that's good. So I might see that this week. Bates Motel, I seen the movie. Bates Motel is the one with the guy who does The Good Doctor, right? The Good Doctor is a good show. Yeah, I know who Norman Bates is. The original Norman Bates was Anthony Perkins, but you wouldn't know that because you're a little girl. You're only a little girl. You don't go that far back. You're a little girl. Yeah, the same way in the movie. His mother died. In the movie, his mother died, and he kept her up in the room upstairs. That was called the Bates Motel. Anthony Perkins. I used to love to watch The Exorcist on Fox. And after 2 seasons, they took it out. That hurt my feelings. But did you watch the old movie? Because there's two versions of the Bates Motel. The black and white one, which was Anthony Perkins, and then the other one I forgot who made it. Then you could tell I'm old if I watch Anthony Perkins, or if I even know who Anthony Perkins is. Wait, I think. Could see? No. So yeah. So I'm gonna watch Siren. I'm not gonna watch the Bates Motel because I already seen the movie, so I know what basically it's about. The Swamp Thing was good, but they only had 10 episodes of it, and then they canceled it for they said that North Carolina was charging them too much money. I don't know, but it was a good show. Very good show. Batwoman's getting good. I didn't like it at first, but now it's getting cool. No, I haven't watched it, The Human Centipede. I didn't even heard of it. I haven't watched The Human Centipede. If I could be a real life serial killer or non-real life serial killer. Non-real life, Jack the Ripper. Pennywise, nah, because he wouldn't scare me. I smacked the makeup out of him like, you're not funny, man. You're not scary. You know that. Jason, I'll crack jokes on him. But bro, like you never die, bro. Like you always alive. They kill you. You keep coming back. What's wrong with you? It's true, You now they're coming out with another Friday the 13th. Did you see the last Friday the 13th? Jason versus Fred was stupid. It was dumb. As a little kid, when I was 10, 12 years old, I always wanted a movie with Freddy and Jason. And when I finally saw it, it was so dumb. It's too comical. Now, if you ask me the question of serial killer, I'll take Chucky. Yeah, Chucky. Because I can hang out with Chucky. I'm like, hi, I'm Chucky. I'm the frontier yellow. Wanna fly? Howdy ho. And he'll be like, yo, stop mimicking me. Like, no, I can't stop mimicking you. I'm Chucky. No, I'm Chucky. I'm Chucky. Now, the one character that I would hate to hang out with would be Barney. Like, yo, man, why do you want to hang out with me? Because you're purple. You fat and you're purple. Never mind you're fat. You just purple. You weird purple. Who dresses purple anyway, bro? What's wrong with you? But then Barney be like, you don't want to play with me. Because you purple. I don't hang out with purple people. You can bring me bad vibes. Annoying character? Yes, he's very annoying. Chris versus the Predator? Who's Chris? I know who the Predator is, but who's Chris? What up, Phil Bell? How you doing, buddy? I got my super chat now on, so if you guys want to donate. It's going to the Geo Crazy Foundation. Oh, the Chris Hansen show. Oh no, I didn't see that. Yeah, Phil, yeah. So, yep. If I can get rid of one crime would it be up? Having Trump as president? No, child abuse. I think child abuse is sickening. I think child pedophilia is sickening. I saw a guy the other day having sex with a dog. What's wrong with you? Stop with child abuse. The Disney Channel or the Disney app? I heard a man named Mr. Hands did bestiality with a horse. Then he died later. Who died? The horse or Mr. Hands? And anybody with the name Mr. Hands, you gotta be careful with. I'm like, yo, my name is Mr. Hands. No. I don't know what you did with that hand, bro. The sick person, sick. I saw one doing it with. I saw one doing having sex with a dog. That I'm like, oh my god! I think somewhere in India or Pakistan. And I can't watch that. I can't watch a person have sex with an animal. That's disgusting. Talk about the chat going dark. If she wants to watch the Disney app, have her download the Disney Channel. You download it and I'll give you my account number. How about the dark web? Man, you're gonna get hacked. You're gonna get hacked regardless of what happens. And it is scary, to know that the information can be locked there to anyone. But it is scary. It's gonna be very. That's why I always change my passwords. These little cameras that you have on your computers. You should always, when you're on your computer, you should have them. You should have them. What you call it? You should have them taped over so no one can see, because anyone can hack them. And if you put Facebook on them, you give Facebook permission to see pictures, to see your videos, to make your phone calls. It's a lot. Yeah, they should. They probably do use it too. You just gotta pay.
Disney Channel on TV on the Fire Stick.
Oh, on the Fire Stick. Let me look. Don't you have it in Kodi? Well, Princess Cammy, while everybody else, I'm about to go. It's 8:55. I do my prayers at 9 o'clock daily. I give God what is owed to him. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You will give you, if you are on my channel, if you subscribe to my channel, hopefully you will get a notification. And if not, we blame Trump for it. We just blame everything on Trump. All right. Thank you, Princess Cammy. You the best. You the best. Your birthday's coming up next week. I haven't forgotten about that. What's your birthday date? What's the date? The 14th. So you gotta be sure I'll be here on the 14th. So I don't know how to sing, so I'm gonna sing to you a happy birthday. All right. May 14th, you will receive a happy birthday from Wall. Enjoy your night. God bless you all. Assalamu alaikum. Salaikum salam. Thank you, Princess Cammy, for coming on. Thank you, Valerie, for coming. Thank you for Valerie for coming on. Axel, thank you. Joe, you left early, but thank you. Guys, see you guys tomorrow. God willing, make sure you give thanks to God for everything that He has given you. God bless you all. Hasta mañana. Peace. You're welcome.